Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be talking about two things. First, I'll show you how you can register a company online with APA, and second, I'll show you how you can register an association with IPA online. The video will be quite long. However, I'll be including timestamps in the video, so you can scroll to the area or the part of the video that interests you the most, so you can watch to get the value out of it. So let's dive in. All right. Once you log into your IPA account online, this is the dashboard area or the homepage area that you will see. And towards your left, which is this part here, this is the option that you will select the company if you want to register a company. When you see companies here, select this option and there'll be a drop down menu of various services under this category here. Okay, this is the registered PNG company. If you want to register a local company, this is the option you will click. But first of all, you will have to reserve a company name. And how can you do that? You will first go to this option here where it says reserve PNG company name. So you click this option, and this is the form N1. It says note the name of the company may not be identical or almost identical to the name of another active local or overseas association, company, business name, business group, or active reservation of name. The name of the company may not mislead the public about the nature of the proposed activities and must not be deceptive or offensive. You may provide up to 3 proposed names for your company. If preferred name is unavailable, then the second option will be accepted. If the second option is also unavailable, then the third option will be accepted. So this basically means that you will have to provide at least 3 optional names, so that in the event that the IPA people check the names that you provided and that name has already been registered on their website, and then they'll choose the second option. And if the second option is already registered, and they'll select the third option. That's why they require you to at least give some proposed reserve name. So that's the process. And how you will do that, you click this option here to add the second proposed name. After that, and then you click it again, add the third proposed name. After you have done that, you click this part here and leave it to the IPA people to check for the names. Once they have checked with their database and they have come up with the name that's not been registered in your account, you'll receive a notification of your final business. Sorry, not business, but your company name. After that, you'll now come down to this option now. That's the part where you will actually register a company. Click this option and then you start. Select the name that IPA have recommended for you. And then after that, you click OK. If your company have a constitution, you click yes. If not, no. And upon incorporation, the company will be a foreign enterprise. This part actually wants to know that if your company is a foreign company or a locally company, which in this case we say you want to register a local PNG company, so you just click no. And then the applicant, you can write the name of the person who is the sole owner of the company. Fill all the details down here, and after that click next. And this part you will enter the addresses. This is the email address of the company or the owner of the company, and the office that the company is operating in, the office location. You enter all the details here, and after you have done that, principal place of business where the company is operating, you'll have to enter this. If your company is operating in 2 to 3 business locations, then you have to click add again and add the other location that the company is registered in or is operating in. And then after that, you click next step and you will come to the directors section. If you are the sole director of the company, then you click add and you enter your full details here. And after you have done that, click this option and then you click next step. And then clicking next step, this is the shares section. Total number of shares issued. Since you are the sole owner of the company, you just write 1. And then it says if after this transaction there will be more than 100 shareholders, click yes. That means if your company is made up of more shareholders, then you select this option. But if you are the only one owning this company, just click no. And you come down to option number 9 where it says is there more than one class of shares for this company, you just click no. That's only one class. And then this add bundle details, this is the number of shares, which you just click 1 because you are the only one single owner of the shares. Okay, shareholder, you click individual because you are the only one who is owning the company. And then select the director if they are a shareholder. Remember, after you have entered your director details in the previous form, it will already be captured here. And when you select this option here, your name will appear. So you just select your name here. And full name in English, you just write your name again here. And your full information or details here again. Address details. And after you have done that, click this option and then you save. And then you go to the next step, which is the secretaries. If you have a secretary of your company, then you click add and enter the details of the secretary. After you have done that, and then after you have done that, always remember to check this box. This is the last part. And then you click next step. And now you'll be taken to the business activity. This is the nature of the business that you are conducting. Are you operating in a construction industry or telecommunications industry or security industry? The business activities basically talks about the particular area that your business is operating under. So you click this option add here, and then you select the industry, let's say construction. Then you click OK, and you click next step. And last part, you certify all the information you have entered here, and the authorized person, which is you, or the person or the director. If you are the person yourself submitting this information, you select this option director. If you are registering a business of another person, then you select this option here, authorized person, meaning you are authorized to register the company of another person asking you to do it. So that's basically how you can go about in registering a company online with IPA. Before we continue to the next part of the video, please, if you find value in the contents that I am uploading, leave comments down in the comment section, and do not forget to recommend my channel to other viewers out there so that together we can grow and learn to do things on our own in the comfort of our homes or offices. let's continue to the next part. All right, in this dashboard area, towards your left, you will see associations given here. So select this option, and then here you click Notice of Intent to Incorporate. So you select this option, and you'll be taken to this form here, Form A5. Okay, here there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 options given here that we have to fill all of them. So first we'll begin with general details. General details, first point it says proposed name for associations. So we'll have to give the proposed name. The main purpose of this proposed name is that in the case that the first name IPA checks with the database and they see that someone else have already registered that business name, they'll then hope to select the second option. And if they found the same uh, option again or the same problem again where the business name or the association name has been already taken by someone else, they then choose the third option. That's why it is important that you must always uh, select or give three optionals or alternatives to the IPA people to cross-check with their database for the registered associations or businesses. So in order for you to do that, you will have to select this option here. And then you write your proposed name, first proposed name, second proposed name, and the third proposed name. After you have done that, you then scroll all the way down to particulars of a person submitting this application. Like if an association is seeking your services to register their association on their behalf, you, the person registering it, will have to enter your details here. After entering all your details here, and then you click next step. Okay, you click next step in this option, which is the operational details. Details of the qualifications, if any, to become a member of the proposed association. An association, some associations, they do have prerequisites or requirements. In order for someone to become a member of their association, they must have this and that, like that. For example, if you are registering a rugby league association, and that rugby league association has its own bylaws or policies. So in order for a team to be registered in the association to take part in the competitions, they must have this sort of qualifications or requirements. And if they meet these requirements, they are then accepted into the association to take part in the competitions. Just a simple explanation like that. So you must have these requirements or prerequisites given here in this option here. Okay. Number 4, it says a statement of the objectives of the proposed association. You must provide a summary of the objective of the proposed association here. So the association also must have clear objectives also. So here it says you must give a summarized version of those objectives of the association provided here, because the IPA people will read the summarized version of the objectives and they will make sure it corresponds to the main objective or the detailed objectives of the association. And if they find some inconsistencies in there, they are going to reject uh, the submission of your application to register the associations. And they might inform you and telling you this is where you have gone wrong. So you have to polish this up and resubmit again. Something like that. Something along the line. After you have done that, and then number 5, it says statement regarding profits. The association will only apply its profits, if any, or other income in promoting its objectives. You just click yes, and then you continue to 6. It says statement regarding dividends or distributions. The association will prohibit the payment of any dividend or distribution or any other payment in the nature of a dividend or distribution to its members. Just click yes, and option number 7 or point number 7, it says additional documentation required to be submitted. Rules of the association. Okay, it says every association must have rules. The rules of an association must address things like how the association, its objectives and purposes, the qualifications, if any, for membership, how committee members are selected and their terms, how to deal with vacancies on the committee. The process of a general membership meeting is to be conducted, and the sources of funds for the association and how they are to be managed. For a complete list of items to be covered by the rules, see Schedule 1 to the Act to the Associations Act. Okay, here it says, you see, every association, it's a requirement, it's compulsory that every association must have rules. And these rules must address things like, yeah, it says association must address things like how the association, the objectives, and the purposes of the association. This gives a clear mission or the vision of the association. These are the things that the IPA people will have a look at this information in detail to make sure that the association, it has a clear mission or a vision. So you select upload and then you upload these rules of the association here. You just drag and drop. Remember, you see here it says supported file format, it's only PDF. So you have to convert all the documents here into a PDF format and you just drag and drop into here, box here. Drop your file here or click the browser. So you drop it here. After that, you come down to here. Here, this is just optional. It says in general, a trust is a legal document or instrument that either calls for the establishment of an association or otherwise provides for the payment of funds or transfer of property to an association. If there are any trusts related to the association, they must be uploaded here. So here it's just talk about trust. If you have trusts, trust, it will be a group of people, maybe the secretary, the director, or the treasurer. They are authorized to sign on behalf of you doing some transactions, which in this case it's say the payment of funds or transfer of property to an association. These people must be the authorized people to authorize that transaction. Yeah, something like that. So if you have this trust, these three people, then you must upload their information. See, upload the information here, drag and drop it in PDF format here also. So IPA people will record who are the legal people to authorize all these transactions that the association is trying to make. It says trust instrument deed. It's a trust instrument deed is a similar to a trust, but it has been registered with lands. If there are any trust deeds related to the association, they must be uploaded. Okay, maybe this one is something to do with land, I think. If your association is doing business or operating concerning the land, is to do something with the land. So you must have this document here, a trust deed, and you will upload it here. Okay, after you have done all this, and then you click next, and this part it's simply the addresses for the proposed association. So you will enter the email address of the association or whoever is in charge of the association. You can give the email address of the person and all the details, the postal address of the association and the location of the principal place of business of the association, the location of the association, where it's in and it's operating from, and additional locations where the association will conduct business. If there are some additional locations where the association will operate, you can add it here by clicking this option and enter the details of the uh, another location that the association will be operating from. After that, you just click next, and this is the committee member. Okay, all the committees members of the association, you will enter their details one by one here. Let's say if I am one of the committees, after entering all my details here, I just click OK, and then you see my name already has been given here, and then I'll add another committee member again, enter all the details here, and then I save. That's you just do it like this until all the committee members has been added here, and then you click next step. And this is the big this activity. It is the, you see, okay, here let me say we are trying to create a sports association where we'll be running a soccer league or rugby league. And then I'll just select this option, and where it says sports, recreation, and social clubs, I'll just select this option since it's a sporting league. And then you just click OK. After that, this is the last part where signature. You will certify every information that you have filled so far. And then if you all the committee members are witnessing this and submitting this information, you click committee members. Otherwise, the person who is registering this association on your behalf can just select authorized person here and click checkout. Once they click checkout, it will take you to the section where or the form where you will have to pay the required fee for registering the association. Once you enter your credit card details or BSP pay option, you select that part, you will pay for the registration of your association. You see these options or this pop up here because I have not filled all these field here. That's why I was not able to be taken to another page where I will conduct the transaction to register the business.